the one, the only, the Dutch maestro, Mr. Donny van der Beek. How you doing? You okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
What surprised you about the Premier League?
The big thing is like the intensity of the games.
That the sort of role that you think you could fulfill as a number 6 for United?
I think I can do.
Donny, you can't be happy with the amount of game time that you've had as a Manchester United player so far.
That's not easy if you're not playing. Also not for the confidence and everything. Just wait for your chance. That's the only thing what I can do. And just if the moment is there, I have to be ready.
So during that time when you obviously wasn't playing and in the transfer windows, we've seen reports that other clubs came in for you. Everton, namely, was one of those. Was that ever close to happening?
Sokin. They can never do it like I. When you see man pull up and slide, man stepped in a room with legends, Rio and Steve, you know it's a vibe. Check the podcast, what you wanna know? Don't ask me, go and ask Joe. If you're talking Premier League, he's on the front line and I gotta go. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. Vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know this.
Yes, everybody, welcome to a special Vibe with 5. We've got here a very special guest. But before I even roll out his name, I just want to say there's a happy Stephen Howson over here, a happy Rio agent Ferdinand, and myself, Joe Beer. Now the guest, the one, the only, the Dutch maestro, Mr. Donny van der Beek. How you doing? You okay?
Yes, I'm fine. You?
Listen, we're just so happy that you've joined Vibe with 5. We've been saying to Rio, we need a big one. We need someone, you know,
it's a pleasure for me to be here.
Nah, we're happy to have you. But Rio, go on. You've been waiting for this one.
No, you know what? Obviously, we're going to talk about the effects and the impact of someone like Cristiano because that's big news. But I think first, the people want to hear about you, man, and what you've been up to, how you got to this point. And I think what we like to see here is the details and the trials and tribulations of someone coming through. So just give us a little run back to the beginning and rewind it to let us know where you started as a young player.
My start, I go before Ajax. I was in, the name is Veense Boys. You will know nothing about it. It's a small club. I started there when I was, I think, 6 years old. So I played there 5 years, I think. Then Ajax called me to come there. I was also have a training with a few other clubs, but yeah, my dream club was Ajax. So yeah, that wasn't an easy decision for me to go there. Play my whole youth there, and I made my debut when I was 18, I think, 18 or 19. So yeah, then I left when I was 22.
So you know when you was growing up in the academy at Ajax, everyone talks about the famous academy.
Yes.
Edwin van der Sar used to talk about it when he was here at United.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like growing up there? And is there pressure because of the history? And also, do they allow you make you play in various different positions to get game understanding and education?
No, I think it's the strength of the club, the academy. They have really good coaches in the U there. You know, everything. It was really hard work when I was young because we trained twice a day. So you come there in the morning. You know.
What age is this?
When 15 years old. I was 15 and I trained twice. In the morning we had gym work, and in the afternoon we have training on the pitch. But it's different because we have not really much team training there. They focus more on the individual, like. Every player need other stuff, you know. Like especially for me, I was working a lot in the gym because you know with the strength and everything, and then I improve a lot. But some other players they have to like especially their left foot was not good or maybe heading or you know they really find out what the players need, and I think that was a really important thing for me.
But they do a lot of like specific training for each individual.
Training, yes, exactly, yes.
So on that journey at Ajax, was there any moments where you doubted yourself and thought, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to make it, man, or I'm too small, I'm not technically good enough, or I'm not quick enough, I don't know.
I think in the beginning, yes, when I arrived, because the mentality was different. I come from a small place, and all nice people. And then I go to Amsterdam. I go there with people. Yeah, a different mindset. Young guys, but they have a big mouth and everything. And I was just there, and I was a good player, but I was too nice sometimes, and I was a little bit shy. After 1 or 2 years, I changed it, and I feel like, okay, come on, I need to change. But on the pitch, I was good, but I didn't play on my best. And after that, I improve, and I saw a different Donny then.
So did you? Sorry, one more question. Did you when was the moment? Because I knew there was a moment in my life when I was like 15 years old that I expected to become a professional footballer. Did you have a moment like that when you was growing up where this is the moment or time where I know I'm going to make it as a player?
Yes, I thought when I was 16. At that moment, my body was growing, and that age, it's your body is changing a little bit. And at that time, I improved a lot on the pitch. And before that, not a lot of people talk about me. But after that, there was a lot of it was different for me. I was improving a lot. Before that, we had a lot of international tournaments. I think also one here in England when I was 13. An international, I don't know where exactly, but that time was nice. We have tournaments everywhere in Spain, in England, and that was nice.
Donny, Ajax had quite a successful European Champions League campaign with yourself and some lads that came through. I'm assuming you played with these lads coming through the academy, the likes of De Ligt and people like that. Did you know that team was going to get picked to pieces and loads of transfers happen following getting to the semi-final?
Yes, but when we come up in the beginning, it was difficult. Like me or the Light or De Jong. Like when we play in the first team in the beginning, we were good, but we had to improve. But they gave us the time to do that, and like we go up better and better. And after that, they buy a few players, like Daley Blind was coming, Tadic was coming, and then we were improving, and then that was the perfect moment for us. Like if I go back, we improved a lot, but they give us the time. So that's the thing. Ajax, they know we will be top, but in the beginning, the fans were like, we need more players and everything. But they gave us the time to play games and everything. And after that, now you see we make all a good transfer and everything. So they give a chance to the youth. That's the strength of Ajax, I think. For young players, I think Ajax is perfect.
I came to watch you on that run in the Champions League a lot of times, and I came away from that game. I think De Ligt and De Jong were quite obvious. You can see the talent and the stature within the team.
Yes.
But yourself as well, the way that you played, I was always a fan. And you tell me your best position. Your best position for me is coming late from midfield, attacking the box, getting in the spaces between the midfield and the defenders. And I was so impressed, especially the game I watched you against Spurs and you scored in the semi-final, I think. Arriving late. Were they always your best attributes as a young player? Firstly, are they your best attributes in your mind?
No, like when I was 16, I was really a number 6. I always play number 6 and I never go deep or anything. And then I get a new coach in Ajax when I was, I think around that age, 16, 17 years. And he said, Donny, you can make a lot of goals, but I want you a little bit higher on the pitch now. And then I changed my style a little bit and get more offensive. But I agree, yes. Depends how you play. But I think one of my strengths is to come in the box, like late. Not standing there already, but, like to come there. I think that's one of my strengths, yes.
Donny, you're talking about the improvement that you've had and over the years, etc. What impact did Frank de Boer have on yourself? Because that's a legendary player. Now, being able to learn from him, exactly what attributes did he give you or show you?
No, I think he gave me my first game in Ajax. When I come up in the youth, he gave me the chance to go to the first team. So yeah, of course he was really important for me, and he gave a few other more guys. Also, for example, now we have a few other players in the Premier League. I think that time we had Riedewald, Ogazi, like they come also from the youth, but he gave them the chance to go to the first team. And yeah, I think that that was nice from him that he do that to give us a chance.
Another thing as well, like growing up, I think it's important for young kids that they always have like role models or people that they admire. When you was growing up at Ajax, who was the role model or the player that you looked at and thought, that's what I want to be like?
That's a good question. Like when I was young, I was a big fan of Wesley Sneijder. He was playing that time in Ajax, and yeah, I was a big fan of him. Now I know him also good, but I was a big fan of him. He was also midfielder, and yeah, he was a fantastic player for me.
What about now? Like when you...
Rio, I think, yeah, you play against him. You play against him. Yes.
Yeah. Played against him a good few times. Great player, good guy.
Yes. Both is good with left and right.
Yeah, but what about now? Like as you got into your career as a player,
yes,
who are the players that you look to for inspiration? Sometimes you think, you know what, I like that out of their game, etc.
No, I play against a lot of good players, but for me, I looked for my position a little bit. Yeah, I'm a big fan also of Modric. I am for me, he's a fantastic player. I play against him as well in the Champions League, and yeah, it was really difficult to catch him. He was I know one time he go to the side, and I was there with Frankie de Jong, and we want to press him, and we go through, and he make a movement, and we are both gone. Yeah, then you see his quality was really nice to play against him.
Just to pick up on a point you just made before, you grew up playing as a number 6. I never knew that. Have you made that clear at Old Trafford? Because a lot of people saying that a number 6 is a position where they feel they could improve. You could do that then, no? Yes.
I think what I told also before, like I like to play on 8 or 6. It's fine. They know me because in Ajax I was playing number 10 a lot. But yeah, I can also play as a number 8 or 6.
Okay,
I did. Yeah.
Do you know what? I was going to leave this till a little bit later on in the interview, but we have to ask. Surely, Donny, you can't be happy with the amount of game time that you've had as a Manchester United player so far. Can you talk to us a little bit about your first year's experience as a United player and what's been difficult and maybe what you found quite comfortable?
Yeah, I think the start was good. I think my first game I scored, and yeah, I think I did well. But after that, it's difficult if you not come really in the team, and yeah, if you wait and for your chance, that's not easy. If you're not playing, also not for the confidence and everything. But okay, yeah, first year you come from another competition, and it's normal that you need to have time to adapt and everything. But of course, yeah, you are not happy. I want to play. Yeah, that's clear.
How do you deal with that? Because obviously, when I played, I look back on when I played, I wouldn't have been able to deal with that well. How have you mentally been able to deal with that?
No, that's so hard. I mean, of course, also mentally. But yeah, it's so difficult. But the only thing what you can do, I train really hard every day. I try to improve, and just wait for your chance. That's the only thing what I can do. And just if the moment is there, I have to be ready. Yeah, so simple as that.
Team spirit is everything, Rio. I'm going to ask you this, and Donny as well. Yes, you can train individually when things are not going too great, but how do you still remain a part of the major team? That's one of Rio's favorite quotes, major team. How do you still remain a part of that?
No, I think just be close with the players. Also, like, talk about it. Like if you lost or anything, just talk with players, be part of the team. Also, if you're not playing, try to help them and be positive. Like if you are not playing, you can sit there and just be angry. That's not the key to come in the team. You have to do everything, and also help them when you can.
What about yourself, Rio? Because I'm in the middle of reading your book, funnily enough, and I'm at the stage where you didn't play for many months. Do you see what I mean? But I wasn't aware that you were still training during that time. How are you still part of the major team when you know you're not playing?
Yeah, the same as what Donny said. That was my drug ban you're referring to. Then for 8 months I was out, and I probably trained the hardest I'd ever trained in that period. But like Donny just said, it's important to remain part of that team and part of the squad. And you've got to show the manager that you're still engaged. Like the moment you start to sulk and just think about yourself, it's another excuse for the manager to say, you know what, he's not going to play. But Donny's right. It's a hard thing to do, but he's so right that if he shows the manager he still wants to be part of it, he's not going to be easily sent out.
You need to be involved with the team, I think. And of course, sometimes you are angry, and that every player is that, but you're not gonna show them if you not train hard anymore, and then it's easy. You give a reason for the manager to play without you, I think.
So team spirit, basically, good attitude.
Yes, I think the attitude. Yeah, don't show the people. Don't show it with your attitude, I think.
Donny,
you know what? Sorry. One more thing. Sorry, quickly. Sorry, I'm hogging this a little bit. Sorry, but we spoke in the summer on social media in the DMs, and I said to the guys before we come on, man, you know what? I don't expect anything but a positive vibes from him, because the way he spoke in that time when he wasn't playing was so positive, and it was just refreshing to see.
Yes, yeah, of course, but I think that's the key. Always be positive. Also, like before in Ajax, also you have moments that you didn't play well, or in the beginning, sometimes you go out, and then you get the experience where the key is, and also every player has his improvements, and you can improve every day, and it's not the way to be angry, or and that's also not helping the team. I think you need to be positive and try to help them.
So during that time when you obviously wasn't playing, and in the transfer windows, we've seen reports that other clubs came in for you. Everton, namely, was one of those. Was that ever close to happening?
No, like I speak with the manager about it, with the club, and they were clear they want to stay me here. The manager was really positive about me, and he said, I need you, and I want you to keep you here, because also what I see now in the beginning of the season, it's difficult because I didn't play 1 minute in the league. But he say what I see every day on training, and he say I see a different Donny now. With he was really positive about me. So, and I'm feeling well, to be fair, and if I'm in good shape. So I hope that I can show the people that I improve a lot now.
Sorry, Steve. What did he mean? Sorry, guys. What did he mean by different Donny? I just want to be clear on
like
that.
Different Donny in the way you see a big difference. Also, like a little bit stronger now, and he can see that I have a 1 year experience now in England. Like if he see me now in the beginning, he see a big difference.
I think with the managers as well, when you're not playing, it's easy not to like them. It's easy to use them as an excuse. But what I see from when I speak to players is one of Ole's best traits is that he communicates quite well, even if you're not in the team. Is that so?
Yes. And I need to trust him, like also if he don't need me, I think he will let me go. So I think he have plans with me. So I just need to work hard, and I hope I can show one day the people what I can.
Donny, your agent was speaking this weekend, and he said the difference in the conversation that he had with Ole last summer to this summer, he thinks that things are much more clear now, and that he has a full expectation that Donny will get his chance now. Have you been made any sort of specific promises over game time coming forward?
You can never promise that. So that's football. You never can promise. I think you can never promise a player if he will play or not. But I think I'm agree with that. I have to play more. So you can train every day hard, but on the end, you need game time also to show your best shape. You cannot if you play once in a month or anything, you cannot show your best. So that's really important.
In this time as well, since you've been to United, Has Edwin van der Sar been in contact? How involved has he been in your development at Man United since you've been there? Because listen, I know Edwin. I speak to him quite a lot. A great guy, and I'm sure he'll still have some interest in what you're doing.
No, yes, I have contact with him, of course, but because he knows the club very well, and he's really positive about the club, and he know me as a player. Yes, I have contact with him also about the situation and everything, and you know what we speak about before. I think he thinks the same about it. Just work hard every day, because that's also what they like here. If you show the people that you want to work and improve, and just that's the only thing what you can do. That's also what he told me.
So listen, Cristiano Ronaldo signs for Manchester United in this window. What a window it's been for Man United.
Yeah,
Varane,
fantastic.
Great winner. Sancho as well. I mean,
Great.
A huge window.
Yeah, to be with these players on the pitch is fantastic. Also to train with them, to play everything. I think that's what we need, winners. And I'm really positive about us this season. I think we can make big steps now.
I like to hear that. That's what I like to hear. That's the answer I was looking for, man.
Of course.
We've got a lot of games coming up very quickly. Like, I think September and October just start off like an absolute rocket. Obviously, Champions League starts next week. Have you set any specific goals for yourself in terms of what involvement you want to see? Or have you any sort of involvement in how successful you want us to be as a team? Or are you just taking it a game at a time?
Both. I want to be a part of the team this year. Like, also, I want to be important, and just I know if the game time will come, the goals and assists, everything, they will come. But just for me, it's important. I think when the moment is there, when I get the chance, I have to be there now. That's important.
Have you done much work one-to-one with Michael Carrick?
Yes. I work with him a lot on the pitch as well. I speak with him also after training. We do a lot of stuff extra. Yeah, I think I can learn a lot from him. Also because he's midfielder and everything, and he's a fantastic coach as well.
I think a lot of people that United fans, we were looking for a number 6, and I think in a lot of people's head that was a destroyer. I've always been opposite that. I've always said I wanted a deep line playmaker, someone that can take the ball off the defense, move it up the pitch. For me, that's what Michael Carrick absolutely excelled at. Is that the sort of role that you think you could fulfill as a number 6 for United?
I think I can do. But of course, I don't know what the manager thinks and what he expects from me. But I play in this role before in Ajax. Of course, on the end, I was playing number 10, but I play also a few games on number 6. I think I can play in this role as well.
So where would you say is your best position? Because what I can hear here is talent. You can play as a number 10, number 6. Where would you, Donny, say is your best position?
That's really difficult to say, because that depends also how you play as a team. Sorry, I think the way how we play, I think for me the best position is number 8, number 6, number 8. I think.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of training, I
don't care where. I only want to play, so it doesn't matter where.
That's what I can imagine. In terms of training, when someone like Cristiano comes in, or Varane, Sancho, does the training? Because when I was playing, when we signed a new player like that, the training levels lifted. Everyone's concentration, you see, it goes up a notch again. Is that what it's been like when the impact of these players coming in?
Yeah, of course, they will. The level go up for sure, and you see that. Like if good players come joining the team, the level goes up. It's strange because you train with maybe 24 players, but only one or good players, they can make a big difference. So yes, I agree with that.
Who's the loudest out of the new signings?
Yeah, they are all different players. But for me, of course, Cristiano, everybody knows him, and Jadon, fantastic player as well. But for me, Varane is also really, really good. A lot of experience, and I like his style.
Do you know what? This lighten the mood.
They are all fantastic, but they are different. One is defender, the other one is offensive player.
They're all bringing different things. Yeah. If I could push you for your best five, if you had a five-a-side in training, and you always do this type of stuff, a five-a-side tournament or something like that, who would you pick in your five-a-side team now out of this Man United team to make sure you win?
From the new signings.
Everyone, yes, all including the new signings.
That's a good one. No, I think Rafael. Yes, I think I will pick him. Yes.
Yeah. Any other players?
Sorry.
Five-a-side.
Five. Oh, five.
Five-a-side, yeah.
Five-a-side.
Players. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Juan as well.
Juan Mata.
Juan Mata.
Yep.
I think you need to pick Bruno as well, because he will make a lot of goals and give assists. I think we need I go for Luke Shaw.
Okay.
And Nemanja Matic.
And Matic. This is your five-a-side team.
5, yes.
Your five-a-side team to win.
There you go. Shit journalist, there's your
I have
headline.
this team, we will win. Yes, we will win.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's good. That's surprising that you didn't pick Ronaldo, Sancho, Cavani, Rashford.
All them shit journalists tomorrow are going to say they don't like him.
No. You made a tactical decision. It's fine. Don't worry.
Tactical decision. Yes.
Yeah, good.
Not always the best players wins. The team wins.
I love that. But you know what? Talking about the young players that I just mentioned there, Rashford and Greenwood especially, how good can these guys be? And what is the difference between them two?
Against who? Against Mason and?
What's the difference between Mason and Marcus?
That's a good one. I think Mason is more like the finisher. I never see this before. How he's so good with finishing, left and right. He shoots so hard. And I think Marcus is really dangerous also with the space in behind, with his speed, and fantastic shot as well. But I think Mason can be also play as a striker. I think so. They have a different style.
How good?
He's more the one against one. Marcus likes to play one against one, and Mason is more like really the finisher.
What level can they get to? Do you believe they could be absolutely world class? Those two guys?
I think so. Yes, I think so. I think maybe Mason will be a top striker. Maybe. I think he can play striker as well.
Wow.
So, but yeah, I'm impressed about them. Yes.
One more question about Man United. Obviously, you knew about Man United, and then obviously before you came, I'm sure Edwin would have spoken to you about the club. What surprised you when you got to the club that you thought you didn't expect?
I see already directly. It's so big club with everything, the help that I get, the people around the club, everything. But I came there, but we play without fans. So yeah, for me, the beginning of the season was my first time to see a full Old Trafford. Yeah, that was unbelievable. I didn't play, but the fans were so strong. That was a really nice experience. So that's the best thing for me now to play with fans, because I never experienced that. I never played with fans in England.
So who's the best then when it comes to, you're at Man United, you're at the training ground. Obviously, you've come from Ajax, loads of great technical players, but now you're at Manchester United.
Yes.
Who is impressing you at training? You're like, whoa, this guy, special.
A lot of. It's difficult to pick one guy out. I think.
Rio picks all the time.
Everybody will pick maybe Bruno or Paul, but yeah, we have also defenders. They have a different style.
Okay, so pick one of the defenders then. When you're looking at, you're like, oh wow, who impressed you?
I like Luke. For me, Luke is really, really good, fantastic. It's a hard one. I like also the experienced players, like also Edison now if I see how he train every day and he's focused on goals. I like that as well.
Wow.
How have you settled into Manchester? Have you seen much of the city, or have you been locked up too much?
Yeah, I did, yes, because now everything is open. I live in the city as well, so I'm just with my girlfriend here, so we like it. Yes, we like it. We have no kids or anything, and we go out. We go out for dinner sometimes.
Yeah, for a little bit of freedom good before you have children.
Yes, so for us it's good to live in the city.
No, good.
Rio.
Steve, I know you have more questions. Come on, I know what you got.
I want to know. Go on then. Donny, let's start being real. I want the proper answers. What surprised you about the Premier League? How hard did you find playing Premier League football? Did it surprise you at all, or was it maybe not as hard as you thought it was going to be?
It's different. Of course, I think it's the biggest league in the world. Also, the biggest players and everything they play in the Premier League. But for me, the big thing is like the intensity of the games, like the sprints and a lot of players are really fast. So that's the biggest difference for me. And of course, the stadiums, everywhere where you go, the pitches, everything is top quality, top class. And the fans as well. So it doesn't matter where you play, the atmosphere is always good. And I like that.
I saw when you signed, I know we're jumping from subject to subject here, but I saw when you signed and the number that you chose has a lot of meaning behind it. Can you, for the people that don't know, I think it's quite a really nice story. Would you be able to explain a little bit about the number?
Yes, because that's because of my friend, Abdullah Nouri. I played with him in Ajax a long time when we were really young. And I go with him to the first team as well. Then he gets a heart attack in pre-season. And he's not playing anymore. And a lot of people know the story. But that's for me. I'm good with his family as well and his brother. That's the reason why I took his number, because his number was 34. So I think, it was nice to pick his number here.
No, good, lovely story that was. I'm telling you.
His number to the world.
No, good.
Yes.
Donny, what's your memories of the 2017 Europa final against us?
I was there.
Yes, he was there. I think we had a fantastic, a good season. We play well, but I think that time Jose Mourinho, he was really smart about the tactics. He know our strength, the pressure and everything, but he did. Like you saw, Daley Blind was playing that time also in United, and I talked with him also about that game. He get the ball, but he put it directly to Fellaini, and we had small guys there. So our strength was pressure, but we have no chance to do that. And we were not on our best that game, and we didn't create any chances. So it was nice to be with Ajax in the final, but I think the final we didn't play well, and I think they did it really, really smart that game.
So you came on for the last 20 minutes that game.
Yes.
What did you see from Manchester United that made you think, you know what, I could be interested in joining these guys? Because that's an experience. Yes.
No, also because of the players. They always have big players in the team, but also the fans. But I think that day something happened in the city here. So there was not really. I think that time was something with attacking.
The Manchester bomb was the night before.
Yes. So for them was a difficult day, but the fans and everything, you see directly, it's a big club, and of course you want to join that club.
Just to move on, I mean, obviously Memphis Depay, he played for Manchester United as well, one of your Dutch compatriots. How, obviously, his experiences here, did you speak to him about his experiences before you came?
Yes.
And after that, what are Holland's chances with the squad you've got? When you're all fit, you've got a bunch of really good players.
Yes. In the Netherlands, yes. Yeah, I speak with him also. I think he come here, but he was really young that time. So I think also he make a big improvements after that. He go to Lyon. He played there 3 or 4 years, and yeah, you see now also he's a different player now. So it's difficult to say. Maybe if he's playing here now, he will be breathe. So yeah, that's difficult to say.
And Holland's chances, Netherlands' chances. You think you've got a good chance with the World Cup?
No, I think we have great players. We have really good players. So yeah, I think of course they like England, France, or anything. They have fantastic teams as well. And you need to have a little bit luck, but I think we can win. We have the qualities to win from every country. It depends how we play. So we have to be in good shape to beat these countries.
Would you say Holland are back? Because before the Euros, I'll be honest with you, Donny, I wasn't very confident in your team. I thought, it's not. I wasn't. I've seen better teams. You know, I've seen better teams.
Donny, ignore him. He's an Arsenal fan. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm an honest fan. That's what I am as well. You know. So, and I thought to myself, nah, they're not going to do very well. But obviously, as the tournament started, you guys were very impressive. Would you say that the old Holland is back? The old Netherlands?
No, I don't want to say that. But if you're gonna watch our players in the team, if everybody is fit, I think we have world-class players. But the other countries as well. So it's difficult to say. We have to win the World Cup. Of course, we go for that. But we have also young players. A lot of good young players. So I hope everybody will improve, and I hope everybody is in good shape.
And VVD's back now as well, huh? So that's different as well. Virgil van Dijk.
Yes, yeah, of course, he's really important for the team. We miss him also in the Euros, but I'm happy for him that he's back on the pitch. I know he worked really hard. It's not easy if you get that injury, but he looks good.
Is he the best centre back in the world in your mind?
Yeah, he's really important for our team. Also, Frankie de Jong is also important for us with the building up and everything. So yeah, if everybody is in good shape, I have a lot of confidence.
What about you, Rio? Is he the best centre back for you in the world? Who is?
Champions League Varane, baby.
I don't know. Listen, I think when he's fit, I think over the last couple of years, I think he's been the go-to guy. He had the biggest impact on a team, I think, in terms of centre backs over the last probably 3 years. But Varane, I would say, is up there. I think him and Varane, Ramos in previous years as well, have been the top boys. I think it's just consistency and the ability to win. Varane is unrivaled alongside Ramos in terms of winning. But Van Dijk, the way his form has been over the last 3 years has been he's been immense, man. He's been crazy. But I think Raphael Varane, in terms of a signing for Man United, I think he's what I have been asking for the last probably 3 or 4 or 5 years.
But you like Diaz as well, though. You've said a lot of positive things about Diaz as well. Yeah,
Diaz has been great, but he played last season, so I'm talking about consistency over a number of years, and I think those guys are probably apart at the moment. Listen, man, Donny, I really, really appreciate your time, man. Been interesting speaking. And you know what? Here at Vibe with Five, we hope you get some more opportunities to perform, because I'm a fan. I think we all are. And I think opportunity is just all you need.
Yes. I do my best.
All right, man. Listen, take care, man. I'll see you when I come on. I'm coming up soon, so I'll catch you up when I get up there.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your sunny day.
Yeah.
Is it sunny there?
Maybe for the next few days it will change. So
you need to really enjoy it this day today.
Yes.
Be gone
Thank
soon.
you.
Take care, mate. You know what? He's actually refreshing to speak to him because of how positive he is. Listen, I would be honest, and if it was me, I could quickly, in my thinking about how my mindset was back when I played, I wouldn't have been happy, man. And I might not have reacted in that way if I was playing and just signed by a team and not given an opportunity. But to see that he's positive attitude and energy, that he's still trying to be part of the team and help teammates, and if there's any questions or queries, he's there to to be a support system for other players that are playing in that squad is a real refreshing way. It says a lot about him as a character, and I think another reason probably why Ole wants him there. It's hard to find those players.
Do you know what? I know he's sure he's going to watch this, and I'll say cheers for watching, Donny. But obviously, we get very political answers, especially off players, because we all know how the media twist everything that gets said on here, especially. But if there was Donny sitting here slagging Ole off for not playing him, the fallout would be enormous. And he doesn't look like he was the kind of kid that'd ever do that anyway, I don't think. But no. I think the fact that he even wanted to come and speak to us on here, that gives me a sneaky suspicion that he has probably been promised minutes. And even if he can't say that to us, I just got that feeling. You know, when you just get a... Because if it was me that I'd been told... Because by the looks of what his agent said, they did try to go to Everton back end of the window. The block was put on it by Ole. If Ole never gave them any sort of assurances, surely you'd be thinking like, well, what's the point of me just stagnating here? Do you want to do an interview? No. Why would I want to do an interview and talk about, oh, I'm not playing? Like, I
think he's definitely from the tone of the answers he gave. I think he's been told, listen, there's so many games in the calendar, you're going to get chances to play. Now, what competitions they're in, who knows? But
did you read what his agent said?
He doesn't want to play FA Cup or Carabao Cup.
Yeah, he ain't an FA Cup player. He's come to play in the Premier League. That's really strong for someone to come out.
Yeah, but his agent can say that. His agent's going to say that, and he can say that. It's free will to do that. But listen, at the end of the day, Ole's going to play who he wants and what suits his squad. So if he needs him to play a Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, group stage games, etc., that's going to have to be the case. And listen, I've watched Donny, and when he signed, I was like, you know what, he's a good signing because he does something different to a lot of the other players. Like, he likes to arrive late in the box. Now, he hasn't been used in that capacity, but he's someone, I think, who's got real good spatial awareness of people around him, etc. Like he says, I'd like to see him just given a chance, maybe even in the sixth role. If he's actually capable, he's played there before, he knows the role. He's got great people at the club like Carrick, like Darren Fletcher now, who are on the grass with him, training day to day, could give him those pointers if he needs them in how to do that. But it's all about the team, and I think he's right in that sense. If his profile doesn't fit the team in that sixth role, then he shouldn't be utilised there. But then where's he going to get his opportunity? As number 8, or is he going to be as a number 10? Now, you look at the number 8 position, they don't really play like that no more. They play 2 6s and they play a 10, so the 8's out of the window. So it makes it difficult for him, and his chances are much slimmer now, I would say, than when he first signed. But listen, he doesn't play many games into the next window. I don't think he'll be there after January. He'll definitely have a loan, if not a permanent, if he doesn't continue to play.
He's almost like polar opposite to Fred in a lot of ways. Like, he's so composed and so technical on the ball, but maybe lacks a little bit of that physicality and sort of rushing that Fred's got off the ball. But I'm sure he could do it. It's just not a side of his game that we've ever seen from him, though, is it? And I think the way United have wanted to play out, we've lacked someone with Donny's ability. We saw, I keep going back to this one game against Southampton last season, but it's like literally one of the only opportunities that we've got to analyse what he's like as a player. And he was taking the ball under pressure, turning, moving it up the pitch. And I thought, this is brilliant. This is what I want to see from a player in this position. But obviously the manager thought differently, at least last season.
That's the difference. I think we can all have our opinions of this is who we should have, and he'll be great for Man United. But at the end of the day, Ole, at the moment, it looks to be that he wants a destroyer as the person or the people, the two players that sit. And so Donny's attributes don't lean towards that. He's very different. He could be someone who gets the ball, turns, feeds the ball to the creative players. But I mean, as I said, it depends what Ole wants. And if that's not the type of player he wants, he's at his own free will to pick who he likes in that position, and he's not picking Donny at the minute.
So, Rio, did you play with a player similar to Donny where he's got the tech, man? He's got the ball playing ability.
He's still there, man.
He's still there, and you know what I mean? It's a little bit funny in the team, and even you're thinking, right, this is a player, you know. Owen Hargreaves, maybe. I know he played a lot in the Champions League winning year, but I'm talking about in someone in general.
Someone like Tom Cleverley springs to mind.
Okay.
he was good at really just getting it and ticking the ball about, ticking it around. He ain't going to play a 35, 40-yard ball and break defences like a Scholes or a Carrick. But he's going to keep the ball moving and he's going to be on the move at all times. He's never going to really stand still. He's always going to have that energy to get around the park. He can do the other side of the game defensively as well. Intelligent in terms of space. Very good at listening to information and taking it on. A real good pro. And he was in and out towards the end of his time before he left. He wasn't really getting loads and loads of opportunities. So he went on to pastures new. But he's someone I think could have probably stayed at Man United and been, at minimum, a great person who could come on and impact games for us and steady the ship in games, or when the manager felt he wanted to shuffle the pack and freshen things up, he'll come in. Because like I've always said, them players as well, if they're not starters, like say for instance we're saying that Tom Cleverley might not have been, he still has huge importance at the football club if they're going to come on. John O'Shea, Phil Neville for many years, Nicky Butt at a certain point in his career was like
Wes
that.
Brown.
Darren Fletcher at times, Wes Brown. These players, you don't win the leagues without them. Trust me. If them players can't produce 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s, as and when they're thrown in, and as and when they're needed in really critical moments, because that happens every year. There'll be a massive game that someone's not available. They have to come in. If they're not able to come in and perform at that level after not playing for 6-7 games sometimes, you ain't winning the league. So they're as important sometimes as all the other players who you look at as stars in your team.
Rio, I hear you, but my argument with you is this, and I think I'm like this as a person, and I think you're like this as a person. As much as you highly respect these players, highly respect Wes Brown, you're always telling us good stuff. You, right, wouldn't be having it. Do you see what I mean? And
as much as I respect them, and I do, and I love them all, they're all mates of mine.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
No,
what are you talking about?
Joel, you won't be having these players. What are you talking about?
No,
he's not saying that. He's not saying that. He's saying that as much as I respect all of them guys and I respect what they've done, me personally being told I weren't going to play every week, my head would have fell off.
I'm not good at that. Me and you are arguing. Or you know what he was talking about in training? Like he's got great. Don't get me wrong. I've got good attitude. I will come in. I'll do what I have to do. But as soon as I start feeling that disrespect creel up my back, I don't know, man. Like he speaks about, he still comes in and he helps others and he does a great job. That takes a man, you know.
It's got to be hard.
But at the same time, my situation is probably a bit different as well. Is that I came in for like a record transfer.
Yeah,
like to come in for a record transfer and then be told you're going to be in and out of the team. That ain't happening. That was just not.
Why? What makes it different, though, Rio? Why?
You're not paying £30 million or a record-breaking fee at the time for me to come and sit and chill on the bench.
Well, a world record fee, Rio.
That's nothing.
Okay. I didn't want to go there, but a world record fee.
Yeah, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here. That we always talk about money transfers, and then some fans go, "Oh, but you didn't pay for it." That's nothing to do with you. All you got to do is perform well, right? And if you're not performing, you're sitting on the bench. That's not really an excuse to be starting someone if you're not performing. Is what I'm saying.
That's the answer.
I'm asking. I'm with you, Rio. I'm just saying.
No. You can't come and negotiate with me as the world record fee and say at the time we're going to pay that money for you, and you're going to be on the bench and you're going to come on every now and again because we don't need you every week. I wanted to be the player that the club needed. If I wasn't playing, I wanted the club to go, actually, we're not as good without him. That's where you're the holy grail is, and that's like even when I won the league my first year, I didn't feel whole winning that league. Everyone was celebrating, and I celebrated, don't get me wrong, but I still didn't feel like this is my league title because I still felt at that time that if I didn't play, they could bring someone else in and they'd do just as good a job as me. Whereas after that, all the years after that, I felt an integral part of each time we won something. And that's that feeling there is the holy grail to me. It should be
that's the truth, right? I'm sick of all these players going, oh, yeah, they paid 400 million for me and it broke every record you've ever seen. But, the price tag doesn't add any pressure. Of course it does. Like Rio was saying, you're thinking about that. You walk into training wearing it around your neck. Like,
you're a target. You're a target.
That's Rio. But I'm looking at you, Rio, then. Okay, so.
All right, Jack Grealish.
Wait. You didn't play for 8 months, Rio, yeah? At one point, you got the drug ban. obviously you want Man United to do well. But at the same time, do you have that feeling as to, I don't want a team to do too well without me, because boy,
No, well, I came out of the team. We were top of the league by 1 or 2 points when I finished. I'm praying, because I'm going to get a medal and it's going to be on my CV. I'm praying they win. I'm praying they win 4-3 and 3-2 every week. So it looks like I'm missing, but I still get the medal.
I like that.
But you know what? Going back to your point, do you think Jack Grealish is going to Manchester City right now and going, do you know what, guys? If I'm on the bench, it's cool, It's cool. I mean, his ego.
Last week when you were saying, "Oh, Sterling has to play," and I said, "How? They've just bought man for 100 million." I love Sterling, you love Sterling, but at the current moment, you know the deal.
But I'm not saying I wasn't saying at the expense of Jack Grealish. I'm just saying Jack Grealish, £100 million player. Who buys £100 million player and says, "Yeah, bro, but you're going to chill on the bench"? No, it ain't happening.
I hear you.
But Donny van der Beek, let's have it right. Donny van der Beek isn't that. Donny van der Beek hasn't come and broke records as a transfer. They spent good money on him, but it's not like they spent more than that on about 8 or 9 players. So it's not like he's like one of the biggest amounts that they've ever spent. Oh, and he has to play. They buy these players. Darlow the other day they bought from
40 mil.
Atalanta. 40 mil. So it shows you.
At 36, what's Ronaldo doing then? If they say to Ronaldo at 36,
No.
You might have to, you know what I mean?
Joel, don't talk about Ronaldo on the same level as me and Morton.
This is Arsenal. Arsenal coming
out
in these questions.
Listen, I asked the question. To be honest with you, I'm the one saying to my friends anyway, Ronaldo's coming to put some discipline at Man United. When you're working with Ronaldo at Man United, it's a partnership. It's not Ronaldo as a player. Yeah, he's a player, but it's more of a partnership between them.
He's coming in to win trophies.
Do you know how many times he's going to tut in training next week? Like, what the fuck was that?
The standard will be high, but they'll all be wanting to impress him.
I don't think they're as high as he thinks. Can I just say as well, can we just take it back to Tom Cleverley for a sec?
Go on then.
How good for about 3 months did Tom Cleverley and Anderson look as a 2?
Yeah, unreal. Do you remember the Charity Shield final? I mean, the Community Shield against Man City?
Destroyed.
Me and Nemanja Vidic, I think we were losing 2-0 in the first half, got dragged off, and then he went out there and put on a clinic with Nani and Danny Welbeck. Unreal.
I swear Fergie compared him to Scholes or something like that.
No.
He said something. He
That's
said
no disrespect to Tom Cleverley, but
no.
Not many people can compare to the guy.
You've heard Fergie say things like that before. He said Phil Jones was going to be the next John Terry, so it's not like I'm saying something wild. He said somewhere, and I'll find it. He said Tom Cleverley could be like.
He didn't say John Edwards. He didn't say John Terry. He said Duncan Edwards.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? Let us know in the comments because I'm not trusting you.
You might fucking know. I know.
Nah. But yeah.
Anyway, listen. I've loved that. I love talking to the players, man, and getting a bit of insight. So we've got another couple coming up. So stay tuned. Keep the notifications on, and make sure you tell every friend and member of your family. Subscribe to the channel, man. 5 is where it's at. Loads more big interviews coming and roundups. Let's go, man.
Wait. We've got to give a massive thank you, right, to our partners, Sokin, right?
Yeah.
Who are helping us out here make this possible. Money transfers, we can't forget what it's about. Cashless society. Make sure you get your card. Make sure you go to sokin.com. That is the place to be. You guys who are asking for more information, it's in the description. Get with it. Yeah.
Hey,
Rio, more videos?
Before we wrap up, did you see that thing from was El Mundo about Neymar?
Right.
How little he's played, like 45% of PSG games he's played.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Given the amount of money he's on, that's crazy. But if he's been injured, he's been injured. What can you do?
Yeah, he's not been injured.
But if you look at his stats though, still mad.
Still mad. More importantly, did you see what happened with Brazil and Argentina? The game called off.
Players, madness.
What's going on?
Yeah, I heard a couple of the players been fined for it as well. I think.
I see that. Yeah. This COVID is just messing stuff up, man. Sending people crazy and doing mad things. So,
but they said Brazil would be fined or dock points if they. I think Argentina would be dock points if they didn't play them, but they'd also be docked if they didn't quarantine. So you're like, well, I'm getting docked either way. From what I read, it was on top from the start. But Like they'd been there 3 days, hadn't they, before they let them walk onto the pitch. That was just someone trying to be Billy Big Bollocks, wasn't it?
Do you know what it was? A shambles. Let's finish there.
All right, Beya, Rio
Ferdinand. See you later, man.
Bye-bye.
Peace.